What if I told you that investing just $100 a month could eventually grow into more than $300,000? And what if I told you that investing isn't something reserved for the rich, but something anyone can start today, even if you feel like you don't have much to spare? In this video, we're going to break down a practical example of compound interest using simple math and easy-to-follow numbers. By the end, you'll see that investing isn't about having a huge salary or perfect timing. It's about starting, staying consistent, and letting compounding work its magic. And if you stick around until the end, I'll share a mindset shift that could change the way you look at money forever. Let's start with the basics. Compound interest is often called the eighth wonder of the world. It's the idea that your money doesn't just earn a return, it earns a return on the returns. Over time, this creates exponential growth. The earlier you start and the more consistent you are, the more powerful compounding becomes. To make this example simple, let's assume you're investing $100 per month, or $1,200 a year, into an investment that earns an average annual return of 8%. And instead of adding money each month, let's imagine we put in the $1,200 as a lump sum every January 1st. That way, the math is easier to follow. So what happens after the first year? You invested $1,200, and with an 8% return, your money grows to $1,296. That's not life-changing, but remember, this is only year one. The real magic hasn't even started yet. Now let's jump to 5 years. You've invested a total of $6,000 over those years. But thanks to compounding, your account isn't just $6,000, it has grown to about $7,600. That's $1,600 more than you actually put in. At this stage, you're starting to see the snowball effect. At 10 years, you've invested $12,000, but your account is now worth around $18,700. That's over $6,700 of pure growth, money that your money earned for you. You didn't work extra hours for it. You didn't grind for it. Your investment quietly grew in the background while you went on with your life. At 20 years, things get even more interesting. You've contributed $24,000 in total. But now, your account is worth nearly $60,000. That's more than double what you actually put in. This is where many people start to realize that compounding is like having a financial partner working for you 24/7. At 30 years, you've contributed $36,000, but your account is worth around $147,000. That's more than 4 times your contributions. And at 40 years, the results are staggering. You've contributed $48,000 total, but your account is worth more than $335,000. That's nearly 7 times what you put in, all because you stuck with the plan, kept investing, and let compounding do the heavy lifting. And here's the key takeaway. This didn't require being rich. This didn't require investing thousands of dollars a month. This example was built on just $100 a month, about the cost of a cell phone plan or a couple of dinners out. And if $100 a month feels like too much, that's okay. Start smaller. Maybe it's 50. Maybe it's even 20. The habit of starting is far more important than the amount. Because once you build the habit, you can increase the amount later as your income grows. This is where the idea of set it and forget it comes in. The most successful investors aren't the ones glued to stock charts making constant trades. They're the ones who invest regularly, consistently, and automatically. By setting up an automatic contribution, whether it's 20, 50, 100, or more, you remove emotion from the process. You don't second-guess yourself. You don't panic when markets dip. You simply let time and compounding do the work. Another important point is inclusivity. Investing often feels like it's for other people, the wealthy, the professionals, the ones with fancy suits and big paychecks. But that couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, investing is most powerful for ordinary people who start small and stay consistent. Wealthy people already have money working for them. The rest of us build wealth by creating that same system through compounding. By starting now, with whatever amount you can, you're breaking the cycle of waiting until you make enough. Because here's the truth. If you wait until you feel rich to start investing, you'll never start. But if you start small, you give yourself the chance to become rich later. Now let's put this all in perspective. Over 40 years, you invested $48,000, $1,200 a year, every year. That's less than many people spend on vacations, takeout, or gadgets. Yet by being consistent and patient, you end up with over $335,000. That's the power of compound interest. And the earlier you start, the bigger the numbers get. For someone in their 20s, this could mean retiring with hundreds of thousands, or even millions, if they increase their contributions over time. For someone starting later, it still means building a significant safety net. The point isn't perfection, it's progress. So here's the bonus habit I promised at the beginning, the one that ties all of this together. If you really want to stay motivated, track your progress. Start keeping a simple record of how much you're investing and how much your account is growing. Track your net worth. Watching that number climb, even slowly at first, creates motivation and accountability. Instead of thinking about investing as this vague, faraway goal, you'll see real numbers that prove you're moving forward. It's like keeping score in a game. Once you see progress, you'll want to keep going. To wrap this up, the practical use of compound interest shows us that you don't need to be rich to start. You don't need to time the market. All you need is to start, stay consistent, and let time do its work. Whether it's $100 a month or $20 a month, the habit matters more than the amount. And if you set it, forget it, and trust the process, compounding will quietly build your wealth in the background. If this video helped you see money differently, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future videos on personal finance and wealth building. And in the comments, let me know, what amount do you feel comfortable starting with today? Because the most important step is the first one.